got a 4-hour road trip today, boys.
So we're Camboy again.
So we got to start it out at Camboy. Steak, egg, and cheese burrito. That sounds pretty good. Sausage, I'm gonna go steak, egg, and cheese. That sounds really good. All right, time for field trip number 2. We got a 4-hour drive. I'm not gonna tell you where we're going quite yet, but that means we're doing another giveaway. Comment below field trip, just like last time. We're making Joe drive. Let's eat some Camboy and go on a long road trip. It's gonna be a fun day. Not a long day, but a fun day. Four-hour drive, we finally made it. And you probably saw the title, obviously. We're hanging out with the guys at McNees Knives today. Here in, what town are we in? Somewhere in Alabama. Northwest Alabama, there's a dog.
Get away.
Y'all could just come in.
Well, hello!
Hey.
Whoa!
Man, how's it going? Hey, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
What's up, brother?
Hey, man,
good to
how's it
see
going?
you.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey. All right. Guys, we're here with Jonathan McNees.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Amy, his lovely bride is back there. She's doing some work. Somebody's got to work around here. It is lunch hour right now, so a lot of the guys have stepped out for lunch. Great for filming. I want to give you guys just a quick runaround of kind of what the operations are here, what all's done in-house, because there's a lot. We've been talking for, what, an hour and a half now? Something like that. So we kind of got a little bit more nerdy with it. So we'll give you guys a little bit more of like the, what does it look like on a day-to-day basis here, and kind of how their killer knives are made, because most processes are done in this building.
Almost all of it.
It's pretty awesome. So first of all, how long has McNees Knives been around? When did you guys start?
As a production company, we've been around since like 2020. I started making knives, handmade knives, back in 2008. So I've been around for like 17 years.
Nice.
So yeah, and then kind of made the switch over to product. Well, for the first, I'd say during 2020, I was still making some customs, and we were starting into the production stuff. And then by 2021, we were pretty much into full-on just production stuff. So.
That's awesome. And we're in Northwest Alabama.
Yep.
Right? Are you an Alabama fan?
Oh yeah, of course. Roll Tide.
From an Auburn family, so sorry, War Eagle. Yeah, so where's like the first step? Like, where do things begin when they come in?
Right.
One of the few processes that's not done in house is water jet, which
that's right.
Hardly anybody water jets their own stuff.
Yeah.
So where does it first stop? Where do we go?
So comes in, we get blanks in from water jet, and they come right over here to the grinding area. They'll come over here, and so over here where these guys are, this is the double disc grinder, which grinds all of our titanium handle blanks. So they'll come in as just a oversized blank like that. It goes on there, gets ground down to the correct thickness, totally flat and parallel, so it makes a really good, our action is one of the things that we're super proud of, and that's where it starts.
The action's ridiculous on their stuff. So this is your double disc.
This is the double disc grinder, yep.
It looks just like a big old dust collector.
Yeah,
So,
that's a double disc grinder.
If you've seen in our shop, we have a Blanchard grinder, the massive green monster that doesn't work. That's a more modern, newer version of the thing we have that's broken.
I think the double disc, my understanding, they're kind of a little more precision than something like a Blanchard grinder, and they're not made for doing huge amounts of stuff at one time. It's a little bit slow, but somebody stands there basically and feeds the parts in there. A lot of art to it. One thing we discovered when we got into the grinding was I thought we were just going to buy this thing and just feed parts through it and just go. No, there's a lot of, because the wheels that you're grinding with wear away as you're grinding, so there's lots of compensating and figuring stuff out.
It's like if you use sandpaper, it wears down.
That's right.
Same
so
concept.
The
grit goes away over time.
Exactly. Double disc. That's all the titanium blanks get done there for the handles. All the blades come over here to the surface grinder. That's a more common machine. A lot of you probably know what that is.
Yep. We have one as well.
Blades get done there, or fixed blades. Anything steel gets done on the surface grinder.
Yeah, so that makes it extremely flat.
Yeah.
And down to the precise thickness,
yeah,
right?
Same,
You're taking off a thou at a time.
That's right. Yeah. Once that's done, they will go to over here to the mills.
And they're running 3 mills, as you can see. We got a bunch of Haas mills.
They'll go running. This one's actually running clips for the Dixons right now, but
a brand new model.
Yep.
That was just released like a couple weeks ago, like 2-3 weeks, right?
Yeah, that's right.
This first run of them.
We'll show it off in just a minute.
That's awesome.
So like blades will go on a pallet. Show you guys kind of a pallet system. They'll go on a pallet like this, which goes on a base in the machine, and it does all the profiles. It does all the features, opens up the hole, puts the pivot holes and all that good stuff in it. Same thing. This one's doing handles. Same thing with it. It's kind of hard to see in there exactly what it's doing.
It's like just milk against a window, right? So
the blanks get loaded on a pallet, and it does all the inside features. Gets flipped over on another pallet, and does all the outside features. And we cut the tabs off, and then from that point, they end up basically. So these are fresh off the machine. They've still got some kind of sharp edges on them and stuff, a few burrs. From that point, they start getting handwork. The guys will be over there at the processing bench, and they'll be knocking some of these burrs and sharp edges off, and then they'll go in the tumbler for an overnight tumble to soften the edges even more.
They come off super clean though. The machine tolerances look really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of where we've gotten to on our machining.
Get you a good shot of. So this is a handle for the new Dixon model.
Yep, that's
nice
cool.
Contoured handle.
Yep.
And this is all grade 5 titanium?
Yep.
We love grade 5 titanium. Speaking our language.
Yep, it goes over there and gets kind of cleaned up, and then we can slip over here.
Then we go into a tumbling room in here.
Thankfully, they're off right now because they're super noisy. It goes in here, gets tumbled, jostled around.
These things are not fun to listen to.
Not at all.
So we've got a couple of these set up for different things.
Different finishes, yeah. So they get softened in here, and they also go in here for the final finish. So especially like our atomic finish gets done in this tumbler. That's the main finish we do. So that one gets used a lot. Once they've been softened and all that, the guys, there's a couple little steps they do over there at the bench. They bend the lock bar, press the detent ball in, those couple of things. And then when they get ready to move on to finishing, the dirty room.
Ooh, the dusty room.
Got a couple of blast cabinets. That's where they get blasted. While we're in here, we can go ahead and show you like any cleanup that needs to be done on them. If they don't come off the machine perfectly clean, gets done on either the horizontal.
Wait, you mean things don't come off perfectly clean?
They don't always come off perfectly clean. We try to do the best we can, but machining is not a perfect science.
No, it's really not.
For sure not when I do it, but I'm trying to get better.
Hey, I hit the go button for the first time yesterday, and I was terrified.
We got set up there for grinding our locks, the blades, and just assorting cleanup and fitting in here.
The dusty room. It's good to keep those separate, because that's one thing we need to do is get that a little more enclosed.
Yeah, it definitely cuts down. The shop still gets dusty and dirty, but not nearly as much as it would if that was open. So then the parts would come, once they've been blasted and tumbled, then they'll come over here. The ones that get anodized would come over here to the anodizing station, and they would get anodized here. Not really a whole lot to see. Basically, it's like a bunch of dirty water. But
which finding, it's funny, you guys anodize in house. I've been looking for somebody to anodize titanium for us locally, like on a larger scale.
Right.
Nobody will do it. Nobody will touch it. So
I've never looked into outsourcing.
That's something.
But that's interesting.
Something we might need to look at.
Yeah.
So because that's super cool. That's something that nobody would do for us.
Right. It's really not. Now it is time consuming.
Yeah.
We haven't. I've been looking at ways to potentially maybe buy a bigger unit, so that we could potentially do more parts at a time. So because it is kind of a bottleneck in the process. We got guys that basically stand there at the anodizing station virtually all day long. So then they get anodized, and these have been anodized and then already had been prepped with hardware in them, so that when the blades are ready for them, they can grab a blade, put it in there, fit it up. Unfortunately, they can't just grab it and screw it together. It has to get fitted up. So Trace over here, he's getting parts ready. He's putting the hardware in them.
This is Trey.
We get him some.
Say hello to everybody at home.
Hey.
Say what's up.
What's up, y'all?
So you're hand assembling here.
As of right now, if I had blades, I'd be able to open up the detents. I'd either drill them out, or I can drill them out by hand according to the lock bar with the blades, and then I would take them back to the blasting room and go cut them. That way they lock up appropriately.
A lot of hand touching on this stuff. That's awesome.
It's hand fit.
Hand fit.
And people will ask, you know, well, can I just get another blade, or can I swap? People try to swap the blades from one knife to the other.
Nope.
Guys, these things are like, when it comes to the fitting of them, it's basically almost like a custom. Like they're fit up individually to fit that specific set of handles. That they're fine-tuned to work ideally with that specific set of handles.
We've got a couple already put together from today. If y'all want to check those out.
I'd love to see one. Yeah.
So,
we'll see that in just a second. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great to meet you, Trey.
He mentioned waiting on blades. Like you said, a lot of the guys are at lunch right now, so we've got some blades that are almost ready.
Yeah, so we got a lot here ready for assembly or putting some parts on.
Yeah.
Ready to roll.
Yeah. Got some, all those that I told you we've been doing some Cerakoting.
Your Cerakote looks great.
Those are all Cerakoted. All the rest of the coat, other than this card, everything else is actual anodizing. Those are aluminum. So
which I love the anodizing you got on these handles. It almost looks green.
Yeah, it is. It's a green.
Yeah.
It's as close to OD green as we've been able to get with anodizing.
Yeah, and OD, man.
Close. Yeah, I love it.
It's like every time I mention a Cerakote run, you guys like scream OD green for months. So that's why we keep making it. People love it. So I love it. Let's be honest. It definitely feels like a well-oiled machine here, which is awesome. you may not feel that way from an outsider's perspective.
It doesn't always feel that way, but yeah.
I love to see the progress. There's a lot going on, and getting into a brand new model is huge, right? So this is a new model?
Yep, this is the new model.
So this came out just a couple weeks ago. Perfect timing for us to come visit.
Yep.
So this
is the Dixon. Doesn't have the clip on it yet, of course. That gets done up there. So they go up from here. We can show you in a minute. They go up to the laser and get the logos put on. It's easier to put the logos on with laying flat, so it doesn't have the clip on it yet.
Yeah.
And then after the logos go on it, then the clip gets put on it.
So this is the Dixon Grade 5 Ti, and you guys are using Magna Cut on these, right?
Yep, that's Magna Cut.
So, oh man, I'm not typically good with Spidey holes or holes.
Those, they just.
And I'm left-handed. I'm doing it with the wrong hand, so yeah.
I'm not typically a big Spidey flick guy, but with these, I almost can't help I find myself holding it like that more than I do with my thumb. They really,
because the Mac 2, that is a thumb stud. That's right. You guys have probably seen the Mac 2. That's probably the knife you guys are most known for, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You've been running that one for, you said, about 5 years?
5 years now.
So for this, what is the pivot running on these?
It's got ceramic bearings and Delrin cages.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
No lock bar insert because you dialed it in.
That's right.
Yep.
No lock bar insert and no stick.
Only thing you need a lock bar insert for is if you've messed it up, right?
Pretty much.
Isn't that what we talked about a minute ago?
Yeah, that's kind of how they originated, was a couple of knife makers.
It's beautiful.
Collabing and fixing a mistake.
It's not a small knife, but it's not a cumbersome knife either.
Well, the contouring helps a lot. It makes it feel and carry like a much smaller knife.
Yeah. What do these retail for?
Those start at $625.
$625. Magna Cut, Grade 5 Ti. Made on, I don't know, a couple $1 million worth of machines by about 12 people, it feels like. So
yeah, I think we've got.
So when you think about
Amy and seven employees.
When you think about $625, off the cuff, that feels expensive. But take into account all that's being done here. Like Trey, how much does Trey cost? How much does he need to live? Versus how much it costs to pay the rent on that, or the lease payment, or financing on the machines.
Payments on the machines and. Yep, lots and lots of
It's not bad.
Power bill
that's
alone
worth $600 all day. So, and we're not talking massive production runs either, right?
No, and that's typically the thing. I mean, the more mass-produced something is, the more the price typically goes down.
Exactly.
And the inverse is also true. So we're making, if we're lucky, a few thousand a year, a couple thousand a year, or whatever. So it's not.
Yeah. How many are out in the wild so far?
Of the Dixons, about 50.
Okay, so 50 of them are out in the wild right now. So, but those aren't available quite yet, right?
The Blade Show will be. Yeah, we're building right now for Blade Show.
Okay, do you know your booth number?
424, I believe. We changed this year, so I'm a little off. I'm pretty sure it's 424.
Was it Atlanta? We were neighbors last year, or was that Utah?
I think that was Utah.
Was it Utah?
Yeah, it was
I couldn't remember which one it was. Yeah, we're right across from each other.
This year we'll be, I'm pretty sure it's 424. We're right across from Microtech. So if you can find Microtech, you'll find us.
Okay, 424. Yeah, there's a thing, you can look it up. But come to Blade if you're not. You should come. It's going to be a party.
Absolutely, it's going to be fun.
The 6th through the 8th. June 6th through the 8th.
Coming up quick.
Cobb Galleria in Atlanta. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. So I'm already tired thinking about it.
Once they're there, that's the table for inspection. They get inspected, and once they pass inspection, they come up here to the laser. A little boxed off right now because we got our temporary paint booth.
Yeah, this is the Cerakote booth. It's like pretty awesome.
So yeah, then this is the laser engraving. Luke marks all the knives here and does all the ones that we do graphics
Good job,
and stuff
Luke.
on. He does all that.
You do a great job, Luke.
Thank you.
Great job.
And he does the final inspection on them. Once they come up here, he's giving them another good look over as he's putting the clip on them. A couple of them have been marked. The rest of them are waiting to be marked. And then once they're marked, he'll put the clips on them, box them up, put the labels on them, the whole works, and from there they're ready to go out to you guys.
Man, that's awesome. So this is all laser?
Yeah, and actually these are a collab we're doing with Plague.
Oh God, can I show that?
Yeah, we've already announced.
Okay, all right.
It's dropping this Friday.
Hey, right when this video comes out.
Right.
Look at this.
So,
where can they find it?
on our website. It'll be
Okay.
dropping at noon Central Standard Time Friday. That's a collab with Plague. There's a bead that goes with it.
Dude, that's cool.
That he did. He did the engraving on the inlays and the bead. And
I'll link the website below. So if you want one of these, how many of them are there going to be?
There's only 10.
Only 10 of these.
Very limited run.
Very limited run. So that's super cool. Those are available today. When this video comes out, if you're watching it when the video comes out.
Yep.
I love these, dude. The Dixon looks so good.
Thank you.
And you get these kind of nice, like lightly ridged grip.
Yep.
It's even it's so fine, it's hard to even see on camera.
Yeah, and I chose to, so I could have gone with wider step overs, which would have produced a little more, textured. It would have been a deeper texture, but it also to me looked less refined. So, and actually would have been quicker. It would have saved us a ton of machining time. But I like the look of the kind of like micro milling, where it's just they're just barely, you can just kind of barely feel them.
It's just a little added grip, but you can't feel that really at all.
Quite a bit of extra machine time goes into doing that versus leaving it a little more rough. So, but it's worth it. The final result's worth it.
I think I got that from here.
That's right. All these, you'll notice all these have a
trying to put
birth
things back
card.
where I went.
So whoever assembles them, we have them sign and date it.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
that you actually know. Well, if you can read their writing, you kind of can know who.
We run a pen company, and I've been working on it. I've been working on my handwriting. It's getting better.
We like that little personal touch. It's a good way for us too to kind of track things, but it's a nice personal touch that you can look at that and actually know that not just some faceless person somewhere put your knife together.
It's this handsome face. Or Luke.
It's the guys more than me
Trey,
at this point.
Yeah.
I'm usually the one in the background yelling, work faster.
Somebody's got to. Boxing. So kind of the final touching, final assembling.
Yep.
Boxing, and this is also shipping?
Yep, shipping as well. So this is the last place the knife sees before it sees you.
Man. And go get one. Like I said, the website's going to be linked below.
Yep.
Man, so that's it. That's
pretty much it.
I like the big lap around the building. Yeah. That's a smart way to do it. Dude, this is great. And you guys have got, you say 7 employees plus you and Amy? Is that right? Nice. So 9-member team, and a lot of them are family.
Yep.
Right? That's pretty cool. So Luke's your son,
Luke's our son. Our shop manager that you met earlier, Kendall, he's my first cousin. Trey that you met just a minute ago, he's not technically family, but he might as well be. He was Luke's best friend in high school.
Oh, nice. So, those become family.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. So kind of a family operation here.
Absolutely.
We're in, what town are we in, Vernon?
Vernon is, I just always say Lamar County. We're actually kind of outside the city limits. We're just out in the boondocks. So
we're out in the country. It's kind of nice, peaceful
County,
out
Alabama.
here. It's really nice. Yeah, Northwest Alabama, making incredibly cool knives. So you don't think you're going to drive down these county roads and find an awesome knife shop. So if you look up their address, it's there, but
yeah, we are definitely not in an industrial area.
No, there's a doorbell and
anywhere close by.
Don't just show up. All right, we came announced. So we're going to do a giveaway together in this video. What do you feel like you want to give away? Dealer's choice.
Probably do a Mac 2. We're going to pick one out.
Let's do it. Let's pick one out.
All right, let's see what we got.
Like I said, comment field trip. That's what you got to put in the comments below. All caps, right here. Field trip.
Let me find it good.
Or maybe it goes this way. Field trip.
Blue bronze, their atomic finish.
Oh yeah.
Point. Woo, look at that, I almost dropped it.
Look at that. Comes with a cool sticker.
Yep. That protects keeps the
oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's smart.
Yep.
Man, see?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of a nice blue anodized. This is the Mac 2.
Yep.
All right, comment below, field trip, and you'll be entered to win. I will announce the winner. Let's go Monday. Monday at 3 p.m. I will pick a winner, and how you will know, I will respond to your comment with instructions. So if it doesn't come from @BigEyeDesign, no scammers, don't respond, all right? Don't fall for that, all right? @BigEyeDesign, I personally will respond to you with instructions on how to claim your prize. So go ahead and comment. You can comment as many times as you want. You can share this with your friends, whatever you want to do. Enter to win this knife. And what's the retail on this knife?
That one is, don't quote me on this. I think it's
somewhere in the ballpark.
I don't handle the money.
Yeah.
I don't get to handle the money.
Hey, that's a blessing.
I think it's $525, I believe is correct.
A $500 knife.
Yep.
So, and we're gonna throw in a couple goodies from our end. I think I'm gonna do a Pocket Pro, a USA Pocket Pro, the bronze one, and I'm gonna throw in a bit bar inline too. So you get right, slice, and fix. See what I did there? All in one giveaway.
Nice.
That's a hefty giveaway.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that's like $800
I
worth of
wouldn't
stuff.
mind getting gifted that.
Heck yeah, you did.
That's true, I did.
You can't show up without gifts. Look at this.
Look at that.
Hooked
That
him
is
up with a
awesome.
bronze Pocket Pro.
Made in Chattanooga, right up my alley.
Man, made by
Love it.
Tennesseans.
That's right.
Man. Well, guys, this place is awesome. Go follow McNees Knives. You guys have got Instagram, all the stuff. Yeah. Even a YouTube
It's
channel too, right?
YouTube, yep.
Yep. I'll make sure everything, all that is linked below, ways you can find them and support them. Great dudes, and we get to hang out in Blade.
That's
so,
right.
man,
we appreciate you guys coming down.
Thanks for having us.
Been a blast.
Thanks for letting us slow down your day.
Nah,
Because
no
I'm
problem.
really good at that. So.
Been a blast.
All right, hit subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know where we should go next. See ya. Chad always wants the beans. What a great time at McNees. Now it's time to get some food on the way home. It's about a 4-hour drive and we're starving. Jonathan recommended Lisa's Barbecue. This is gonna be good, I'm excited. It's in a Tractor Supply parking lot. Nobody's ever vlogged walking into this place ever before, so I'm getting looked at. Eat that rib, Joe. Dang. See you guys. Pretty good.